Hi everybody, it's Diana with stampingwithdie.com. Welcome to this week's Mimeograph Monday with a twist. And I'm going to do the cute little Gumball set. I hadn't even used it yet. Can you believe that? So I want to welcome you to my channel. If you are new or if you've been here before, please always say hi when you're here. I am trying live again. Last week I pre-taped all of mine because I was having issues with my connections, and so if you've been here before, it gets a little frustrated. So I did get my extender, so fingers crossed. Everybody cross their fingers, cross their eyes, their toes, whatever, and I hope that helps. I think the next thing, if this doesn't, I'm gonna go get a new phone. All right, so it just did the reconnecting. Oh, so, all right, so hopefully you're still here. Oh, not good. But anyways, so it is what it is. So I'm gonna stop blabbing because, okay, so let me just get started. If you are here, make sure you say hi. Welcome to my channel. And Mimeograph Monday with a twist. Mimeograph basically means I case a project out of the catalog, so that will be the first one, and then I do it as a twist. So the first card you'll see is the catalog one. Sometimes there's a tiny little thing that I change, like today I did, but it's basically the same. And then I do my twist one, and I always like the twist one, but hey. So anyway, so let's get going. And maybe I'll be making a trip to the store and just get a new phone. I'm just wondering if that might be, maybe that will be it. Who knows? Okay, so before we get with it going on with the card, I want to remind you about my April class in the mail. Hi, Carol and Jackie and Karen and Breton and Teresa. Everybody's here, and Mary. All right, so my class in the mail is going to be the driving by stamp set. So this is a class in the mail kit for April, and so this is $65. So it includes a stamp set. This is a cute little portable straw you can keep in your purse, so you don't have to use the paper ones, and it's got the little cleaner there. You also get a pack of the Playful Pets trim combo and the Rhinestone Waves Basic Jewel. All right. Let me scoot down so I can see when it does that. All right, so hopefully, I don't know. Anyways, so it's just keeps saying reconnecting. So now we're back. Now we're nice and blurry. All right, so I'm going to show you the projects while I still have connection. All right, so here is one of the cards you're going to be doing. You have 5 cards that you will be doing. So this is one, and then you will just use the supplies that you have at home. Hopefully no one catches me cursing when I have to reconnect. Good grief. All right, so there's one. Here's another one. There's going to be 5 cards in total. It looks so clear on the TV. All right, here's another one. 3, 4. And I have a limited amount of supplies and a 5. And this is actually a slim line. I have a limited amount of supplies, so that's why I am like, don't miss out on the class. If you already have the driving by stamp set, that's okay. You can just pick a different stamp set. And the value is $25 for the stamp set. Let me get this out of the way. So just, holler at me if you're interested. And it's only for the United States only. So I apologize, but that's just the way it is. All right, so let me adjust my phone a little bit. I want to be able to see in it if it starts to do the reconnect. Okay, So thank you for being so patient. All right, so this is the card that I'm going to do today. So the first one I'm going to do is this one, right? So it'll be the catalog one. And I think that I think the video looks a lot clearer. It's just that so I think that extender is helping. So maybe it is. Maybe it is new phone time. So if anyone is technology people, let me know if you think that might help if I get a new phone, right? Because it might. My phone is not super new. Okay, so hey Janice, it is a fun set. All right, so so Granny Apple. Oops, I dropped something on the floor. All right, so Granny Apple is our card base. Let me get that scored. All right, then I'm going to put this on the inside. You know how I always like to put something on the inside of the card. And let's see. I don't want to be too close. All right. So it's one thing after another. All right. I also wonder if the phone is still trying to talk to that new thing, right? Like, it's not real familiar with it. I don't know. I could come up with all sorts of things why things don't work. And I'm not technological. Hi, Lanza. All right. So this is just going to be the inside of the card. And then we can decide later what we want to put on it. I like to have cards ready to go. So this card doesn't really, on the front, it really doesn't say happy birthday or anything like that. So it's not really for an event. So I like to sometimes leave those plain on the inside. So then I can just, if I need a card quickly, I can just pull it from my stash and use it. All right, so this is the really cute DSP. Now these are all retiring. We're getting new patterns with the new catalog. And these are where you get the, here, let me get the piece of paper. Let me get the piece of paper. This one is the, I want to say it's the Brights. Yes, the Bright 6x6. And then I just trimmed it down so it has just a little bit of a border. Now, I don't believe the catalog one had this border, but I'm just leaving it a little tiny little border like that. All right. Then we have these cute as a button pinball machines. So let me get my scrap paper over here. We're going to use crushed curry, polished pink. Oh, yes. Do our nail polishes match, Jackie? All right. So thank you so much for your patience when I have issues with my connecting. Maybe I shouldn't talk about it. Maybe the phone is hearing that and then it feels bad, right? And it's being mean. All right. So this is photopolymer. So I am putting this underneath. I don't know if you can get these. We have so many things are not available right now. It changes every time you turn around. But if so, this is just a little pad. When you have photopolymer, you want an extra little bit of gushiness. So that's why I use that. So I'm just going to go, what was that? Crushed curry. Now I'm just going to stamp these and then I'm going to emboss them or not emboss them. Cut them out with a die. So I'm washing because we're going to use the same stamp in a bunch of different inks. So the first card, we're just using the inks as the coloring. So you've got your Coastal Cabana, crushed curry, and polished pink. And then, so here's the stamp set, the Gumball Greetings. And it has this fun little Gumball machine die. So it has this cute little die right here that's going to cut them out. And I'm like looking. Oh, they're there. Okay. So I cut them out ahead of time. So let me move this out of the way. But I do want to, while I have this piece of white, we're going to use the postage stamp. It's called regular postage stamp punch. So I'm going to punch 3 of these out. Because these are what the little gumball machine is going to go on. So I'm just punching these out. Okay, we'll set those aside. All right, so now ahead of time, I already die cut out my little gumball machines. And we're just going to color them really, really quickly with the blender pen, which you hardly ever see me use a blender pen. But if you are afraid of the Stampin' blends, the blender pen is a great way to color too. All right, so all I'm doing is I'm opening up the ink pads, and I have already squirted some refill. Now you can squeeze the pad and it will put that ink in the lid, but I usually just squirt the refill in there because you get a little bit more in there, and sometimes you just, you don't want to mess with squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. All right, so let's just pick up some of the crushed curry, and all I'm going to do is just quickly with the blender pen color the base of our gumball machine. So this one was pretty easy. Now a blender pen doesn't hold as much ink as, say, if you're using a water painter. That will hold a lot more ink. But this is just a basic white cardstock. So sometimes the water painters are a little bit too wet. So if you want to do this with the water painter, you could totally use the shimmer paper or watercolor paper. But I'm just doing what the recipe said for the catalog. So we're just simply coloring it. So this is a great starter card, this first one. And then I'm just rubbing it on here. Hi, Nancy. So I'm just rubbing it on there to clean it. So the blender pen is a great buy. You get 3 to a pack. So then usually what I do is I kind of keep one for red. Like I never mix red with anything because it's just such a potent color. But the other colors, unless you're like coloring with black and stuff. All right. But all you have to do is go like this. And as long as it goes clear, you're good to go. But it will stain a little bit on the end. But that's okay. All right, so let me close this. And then we'll get our card going. All that bang, bang, banging. All right. So let's bring our card over. We are also going to be using the polished pink. And this is the open weave ribbon. And it's super pretty. And this polished pink, this is such a perfect card because it kind of reminds me of, polished pink reminds me of bubblegum. That has that, hi Rhonda, how are you feeling? Okay, so we're just gonna take a little bit of our seal, and don't show any fear, or it doesn't like to work if you show fear. Come on, I just put a new one in there. There we go. There we go. All right, so I'm just putting a little bit of seal down the center, and then we're just going to let a little bit of it stick to the bottom, and then I put my finger like this, and then we're going to loop it so it catches that side too. So we've got a little loop over here, and then we have a loop over here, and then we'll see if it snags. If it doesn't, we're going to put a little bit more. This stuff's going to get hidden, like you won't see this, because we're going to put the bubblegum machines over top of this. So we're just putting this cute little ribbon back here like that. All right, now we've got these little postage stamp punches, and I'm going to attach these with glue dots. Glue dots, my foot. These are dimensionals. All All right, with dimensionals, so that it has an extra pop to it. So I want it to pop off of that. All right. So yeah, so I think my video is way clearer. We just gotta make sure it stays connected. So I'll have to call. I'm gonna call Verizon and ask them. That's who I have my phone with. And I'll just ask them if getting a new phone will help. Okay, so there's that. Because maybe it's just the phone. I know, you don't want to hear anything more about my phone. Okay, so now I also need my little tiny pink that I dropped on the floor. Oh my gosh, Diana. Oh gosh, where is it? Oh, do you want to cry? Sometimes I want to cry when I lose stuff. And it's probably right here where I can't see it. All right. Because I'm going to emboss it. Oh, right here. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Does anyone else say that? All right, now this is where I did stray a little bit. So I'm going to actually use, this is from the Meadow, the Meadow die. So that's where I got this. They used a punch that does different, that does the edges, and I'm not a big fan of that punch. So I'm like, hey, I'm going to do something else. So I'm going to do some embossing. So what we're going to do is, and then we can't all like the same things, right? We can't like everything. All right. So I'm just going to use my white embossing with my white craft pad. So let me get this all ready. And I got my heat gun here all plugged in. And then someone's got to remind me to unplug it. So whose job's that going to be? All right. So we're going to go wishing you the sweetest day ever with the white craft pad. Now, if you want, you could just let this air dry. You could just let this air dry. But I'm going to put some embossing powder on it. So I'm just sticking that in there. And then we'll just heat set it. All right, so hold on a second. This is going to be a little noisy. Sweetest, wishing you the sweetest day ever. I like that white. Looks so cute. All right, so hold on. All right, so let me unplug this so I don't forget. Okay. All right, so look how cute that is. So wishing you the sweetest day ever. So glistening and pretty. Now, I also don't necessarily want to keep these, but I liked the stitched look. So, hey Ruth, I'm glad you're here. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually cut these off. Because I just wanted, this was the perfect size for this saying. And I don't really want those little doohickeys sticking out. And now, to me, this looks like a piece of bubble gum, you know, that you'd get in with the baseball cards. So the only thing missing is that powder. Remember, it had that almost like flour or something on it. All right, so now I'm going to turn these over, and we're going to put these on as well. I'm sure it wasn't flour, but I just remember that gum that was in the baseball cards. All right, so we've got our cute little pink one in the center. And we're just going to straddle this. That's why I put my dimensionals kind of far out, so that it's going to kind of straddle this. And we're just going to put them on here kind of crooked, not perfect. So while I was making this one, I was like, oh, what will I do different for my twist card? And my twist card turned out super cute too, so hopefully you'll like it as well. All right, so there's our cute little gumball machines. So now I'm gonna put this on here, just right over top. So I'm gonna take some glue dots, and I'm just going to put one on each end here, and then one in the middle, because I know it'll grab them. So there you've got your little greeting. Super cute. So isn't that adorable? All right, and then the inside. So I'll decide what I want to put on it after. Okay, so let's do the twist card. Let me clean up a little bit of this mess. All right, so the twist card uses a couple extra things. I also am going to change the ribbon. I love the black and white gingham, so we're going to change our ribbon. I also, let's see, what else did I do different? Well, I did the different DSP. All right, so hold on a second. Let me dump all the stuff out of the envelope. So I still kept it as a granny apple. I didn't stray too far in regards to the cardstock, so it's still granny apple. Now the inside is kind of the same. Now, but what I did do was, so I chose the same granny apple in the 6x6 bright, but this time I did the one that was kind of like a plaid. I cut it a little smaller because I want to put the polished pink behind it. I thought it made it pop a little bit more, and this totally is like a bubblegum pink. So if you don't have the polished pink or you haven't seen it, then just, you know, kind of keep you know, in your mind, just go, okay, it's like a bubble gum, because that's what it totally makes me think of. All right, so I'm just going to glue this on here. It's a very tiny little bit of a border. All right, and since I have pink and the green on the outside, I also want to put that on the inside. So I'm just going to glue my 1-inch strip to like a 1 1/4 inch strip of the polished pink. And then that's going to go on the inside of the card, so it all is coordinates with the front of the card. Hey, Mary! All right. I love seeing all the chit chat on the side, and everyone, even if you've never seen somebody in real life yet, I feel like we're making friendships in our little chats on the side. I love that. All right, so I'm just going to trim these edges, and then we'll stick this on the inside of the card. So now it's super cute, and it will go with the front of the card. All right, so I can also attach this because I'm not doing anything to this piece necessarily. So I might as well get it stuck to the front of the card as well, and then we can build on the card. All right, now this time I stamped my bubblegum machines with the memento. So I couldn't decide whether I was going to do them in polished pink or red, but I ended up going with the Poppy Parade because those Gumball machines are usually red, right? I think the original ones, you might be able to find them in all sorts of colors now, but I think the original ones were red. And so I'm just going to do the polished pink. Polished pink. What am I saying? I'm doing Poppy Parade. I had tried one with polished pink, and I just was like, nope, I'm just going to go with the classic. So I'm doing Poppy Parade on all of my gumball machines. And this just makes this more, I mean, you know me, I love to sit in color. But this is just a fun, this would be a great card. You could stamp all of your gumball machines, and then you could go somewhere and take a car trip or something and just color, you know, while you're waiting. And then just use your die when you get home and cut them out. All right, so I'm just quickly coloring all of these. This is just a light Poppy Parade. That's pretty easy to color, and I'm just using the writing end or the smaller tip to color. I find that I have a little bit more control with that. So just light Poppy. And then we'll just put a little bit of the dark Poppy. We don't need a whole lot. It's just a small little machine, so we don't need to be too crazy with it in regards to getting all the dark and the light going on. Go slow. I get too fast and I make a mistake. All right, so Jeff and I went to the hardware store and got a bunch of plants on the weekend. I love this time of year in Arizona, the springtime, even though it's really starting to warm up. And I apologize if you can hear my air conditioner, because it's already air conditioner time. But the yard looks so pretty, and I just hope everything survives the summer. Okay, so now I'm going to take my light gray granite and everything that would be metal. So all these things would be silver, right? So I'm just going to put light gray granite so it looks silver. And then a little bit of the dark. And I also am going to color a few of the bubble gums. I mean, that's just a given, right? I mean, no way would I do this without coloring some of the bubble gums. So this is just polished pink, light polished pink. So what I did was I made sure to use the bubblegum colors from the cardstock and the DSP that I used. So polished pink is one, and this is the light polished pink. And these are too little, so don't try to worry about blending them with the two different colors. So we've got light polished pink. So I'm just kind of every so often. But I am going to use the dark polished pink on their own bubble gum. So their own bubble gum will be the dark. And I'm going to leave some white. I love having some white bubble gums in there. I bought some bubble gums, and oh my gosh, I think they last like 5 minutes and then you spit them out. They don't last at all. But I'm old. I shouldn't be chewing the gum anyways. All right, so, and then light granny apple, because that's the cardstock that we picked. So I'm going to put some light granny apples around too. I didn't do the dark granny apple because to me, it was a little bit too dark. and I wanted to keep this really happy and kind of springy colors. So I only did the light granny apple. So always practice on a scrap piece of paper. So see, I have this piece of paper. This was my play piece. This was the piece that I practiced on. So here, this is that polished pink. And then this is when I went, well, you know, so you can see some of the darker greens. I guess they're not that bad. But I'm just only putting the lighter. All right, a little bit of daffodil. But like I said, we're going to keep a lot of them white because I liked the look of that. And then balmy blue. So dark balmy blue. We have to have some blueberry bubble gums as well. But isn't this cute by just coloring it? It's going to be the same card. I mean, it is changed ever so slightly. That twist of the card. All right, that's good. All right. Okay, so I also need this right here. So I'm going to do the same greeting. I need to wash it, but I'm going to do it with the memento, so that I've got that black ink on my little strip here. So I'm going to do that with the memento. Wishing you the sweetest day ever. Make sure it's good and inked. Okay. And I'm also going to trim it like I did the other one and take away those little loop-de-doo things. All right, so I'm going to let that dry before I mess with it. I also embossed these. So can you see how cute these are with the little polka dots on them? So I like to have that little bit of texture. It just added so much more cuteness to it. And that came from these. These are the checks and dots. So you have like a checkered, and then you have the dots. So that's where I got these from. And I just put like a label on there, like checks and dots A, check and dots B. But so this was perfect, and I thought it added just a cute little bit of texture. All right, so let's put our card together. So we're going to take the ribbon just like we did before. Now I'm going to move it up just a little bit because I want to put my greeting on here a little bit differently. So we're just going to take our gingham and do the same thing as we did before. Put your finger there, let it loop. And I'm doing it right off the spool, so no ribbon is wasted. And then do the same thing. So I'll probably have to put a little tiny bit right there just to get that. And I love this pop of the black and white. Don't you like that? Oh, it is. I don't know. It's probably 100 degrees here already. I don't even know. But I'm so, I'm sad that you have snow still. I know all my family is in Ontario. All Jeff's family is Illinois. So we didn't want to have snow anymore. So we moved out here. All right. So let's put our little bubblegum machines on here just like we did before, and so we can get our card put together. So, but you'll get that beautiful green grass in the summer, and we don't have that. We have a little bit of green grass now, but once that summer heat hit, it's kind of brown. So that's why I'm hoping we did buy a bunch of drought resistant plants. So that's good. Look how cute these are. Aren't they adorable? And that little polka dot behind there just adds so much. And I thought it kind of reminded me of little bubble gums, right? Because of the little circles kind of look like little bubble gums back there. All right, so let's put dimensionals on the back, just like we did before. So this twist isn't super, super different. All right, I also am gonna put dimensionals on here. Do I like dimensionals? Yes, I do. All right, so this is gonna go on the bottom. I still think this looks like a piece of gum. All right, so it's gonna go down here, and I'm just kind of looking at this edge to this edge, and then hoping that that's pretty straight. All right, and then we're just going to do the same thing. Now you could do them straight, because that's what I was thinking of. So maybe I'll do this one different. Let's see here. All right, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start over here. So this one's going to be different from my one I did even. All right, so we're going to go here. So I'm going to put these straight. I'm not going to put them crooked. All right. And then this one, get that ribbon. So I'm just making it be about the same distance from the edge. So I do one side, and then we'll put the center. So see, now that should fit in there good. So if you did the center one first and you're off a little bit, then it's a little harder to fix your sides. But if you do your side and then your side, then we can just adjust this one between the two of them. So this one, I did them as straight. So what do you think about straight? Do you like that? All right, so let me show you. Get all my mess off of here. All right, so here is the one that I did before. So see, I did them, you know, crooked. And then here is the catalog version. So do you like them straight or do you like them? So to me, if they're crooked, they look a little happy, right? Like they're dancing on here. And then this is just, you know, straight. They're both cute. But anyways, the ribbon across the front is fab like that. It won't be as bulky. Oh, right. And plus, it when you're mailing it, because you've already got all these dimensionals, so you still might have to put an extra postage, you know. So, but anyways, so there is that. So I'm like reading to make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, yeah, that warm weather. Okay, so let me turn the phone so I can say, see you later, alligator. All right, so just a couple little reconnectings at the beginning. I think it definitely looks crisper, so I think that thing is helping. So I'm just going to call the phone company. Hey, won't hurt. They might just say, come on in and get a new phone. Hey, who wants a new phone? Oh, heavens to Betsy. All right. So yeah. So I'm going to say see you later in case I have any more issues. But I will get the supply list underneath. So give me a few minutes to do that. But so let me know if you like the Mimeograph Monday or the twist. I love when people let me know what they think. So anyway, so I will see you tomorrow for my Teach Me Tuesdays number 123, I believe. And I can't wait. So it'll be 3 o'clock Arizona time, same channel. And if there's ever anything that you want me to show during any of my videos, let me know. You love the twist, Mary? Yay! Let me know. I love suggestions because sometimes I'm like, oh, hi, Virginia. All right, so I'm going to stop my blabbing and have a great night, everyone. And I will see you tomorrow. All right, bye for now.